and go. Here we are again. Same sun on my face, same position, same dirty old sweatshirt. Actually, it's a different sweatshirt because I have two red sweatshirts. For the guy that criticized my sweatshirt, keep doing it. I love criticism. I don't have enough critics actually anymore. I miss the days of Joe Just Joe and bang him and leave him. Where are you guys? How come you're not criticizing my calls? The market never goes down, right? Oh, but you said there will. Here's a fun fact for today. What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. Here's a fun fact. Every trade I did today was a short. All of my money's tied up in one trade. I'm short US Steel. I've got $1.7 million locked up into one position. I've got no money to trade with now. But this is a message to all my friends who haven't come to the room yet. All the guys that have been debating whether or not to sign up for a class or anything. Do it. January 11th. Might even come back for the 12th. That's how much I love to talk. Let me show you what this is all about. These trades work every single day. And then, of course, if you want to put your money in the market and just be an investor, again, investing is not what we do on a daily basis. We're trading to generate some income, to consider this a job. Then if you want to use the money you make as a trader and put it into play, I'll give you my stocks, the same stocks that I mentioned the other day, but we did sell out of some of them. We're done with LK for now. We're done with CCXI. Still got AUPH because we think this thing's still breaking new highs. It's going to be making an all-time high probably tomorrow. Intraday all-time high. Still think it's got $25 on the horizon. No reason to sell this thing. INSG, still in it. 5G stock. We're in from 4 and change. The stock's at 7 and change. Still like it, but not excited about buying it here at $7.38. You give me a pullback to $6.50, even $6, then I'm liking a little bit more. But we did just put another old stock that has lost us money most of the time. Every time we is it swang traded? The last time we swung traded, swinging and swanging, swinging and swanging. Hun, would it be swing or swang? What's the past tense of swing? Swung. Swung traded? Swung traded. It doesn't even sound like it's a real word. Swung, I guess. Swinging and swanging, I swung. Anyway, AAOI. Blake, where the hell have you been? We have been talking about you for 6 months. I own your stock. Now, here's the question. Did you actually hold it for these last 2 years and make this money? Because everyone I know owns AUPH now. Please, for the love of God, say yes. I'm still in it, and I'm buying more today. There he is, the guy that started this entire move. Blake Martin, everybody, give it up. Tell me. Drum roll. Are you in it? Wow. And speaking of 2-year holds, now again, at one point we thought this was a pump and dump, but you know what? It got pumped, it got dumped, but it never died. Most of the pump and dumps, they get pumped, they get dumped, and then they die. You never hear from them again. Now, again, I've made a couple of mistakes over the last 2 years, and I think we've made it abundantly clear which two stocks I'm about to talk about, right? Yext, right? That stock, well, US Steel is also a part of that threesome of awfulness that has really just ruined a pretty good 3 years for me. I turned the Alibaba, in my long of Alibaba, and I had a massive gain, and I blew it all. And then some. I took a Yext awesome trade, and I absolutely got hammered. And that is just showing you that I had the fear of missing out. I let greed and hope and everything wrong about investing, I did. I loaded up at the worst possible time. I didn't want to admit that I was wrong. Everything I could have done wrong. But there we got this AUPH stock that now, after it got pumped and it started to come back, it never broke down. Next thing you know, it's self-legitimizing itself. If the pump can hang in there and form a new base and then break out of the original pump, you are now talking about a legitimate stock. And that's why we've been buying this thing on every pullback. And now it's my biggest holding, AU-PH. I can't even believe I'm even saying it. But let's go back to the Yext and the Alibaba story. You know how much I got hammered on those trades because I started buying out of the money calls into the earnings reports. I didn't care. Hang on a second. This light's killing me. But there's a difference, my friends, between revenge trading, like I did on Yext, and knowing you've made a mistake, like I did on Alibaba. There's a very subtle moment here. This is a nice teaching lesson. Yext, I have this amazing desire, of course, to help Jimmy out as well. There's nothing more that I would love to do is make some of that money back that I lost on Yext. But I'm not seeing it clearly because I'm blinded with rage and revenge. And I'm not looking at a chart that if you just take a moment and unbiased look at that Yext chart, there's no reason to own this thing. None at all. Bye-bye. Farewell. And finally, after that last earnings report, that was it. We got hit on it again, lost a couple of thou. Bye-bye. But then you got Alibaba, which is doing everything you want to see. Sure, it sucked for quite a while, but think about what I did. Was in the stock from 90. Bought more when it gapped over that 120. Even bought more at 175 because we're thinking 200. That's when I got retarded. When it broke 200, there was no doubt in my mind that this thing was going to 250. And I think that was June of 2018. Then it pulls back and then gets back to that 211 area. And now I'm triply convinced that this thing's about to break 212 and rip to 250. So I'm buying 225s. I'm buying 250s, long shots. I'm buying hundreds of 200. I mean, I'm buying these for like $1.20. I'm in 100 contracts, just not even thinking about it. I went from having like 200, 300 shares to 1,000 shares. What am I doing? I can't even afford that. And I'm buying $20,000, $30,000 worth of options like a fucking maniac, right? And obviously it went all wrong. The options, they were done. But at least on the Alibaba, when the thing rolled over, unlike Jimmy, when I figured, okay, I think I'm wrong about this Alibaba, I'm not going to let it completely destroy me. So once it broke under 200, I was forced to start lightening up. And then 185 was the crossover. I'm not about to blow the whole freaking trade. I dumped the whole thing at 185, and that bad boy went down another 50 points. So I could have been real stubborn about it. And again, this is all feeding into the AUPH and long-term investing. Once it broke back over 185, I realized this time it is different. We've got momentum. This thing's been consolidating for 2 years. Everything is good. Again, I have to buy it back. But this time I did something stupid. I took the profit and I didn't continue with the trade. Now the stock's gone up 25 points after I've sold out of it. And I'm here to say it's not done. I can't imagine this stock not powering its way to 250 this year. Again, you got a market that's going up. I understand there's only 30 to 50 stocks that are actually going up. The rest of the market still sucks, but that's the market we live with. There's 100 companies just like US Steel and Neos and your Radicals. And I can list you 1,000 stocks that suck before I can name you 20. We know the story. But right now, is it revenge seeing this Alibaba chart and realizing, hey, you've consolidated and you're breaking out. You're consolidating and you're breaking out. You're consolidating and you're breaking out. I got to get back in. Because there's a difference. Sometimes you get back into the stock because you're just blinded with rage and you're forcing yourself to like it, like Yext. And the way I was with US Steel up until 2 weeks ago when it finally broke back under 1250 and I was done. Swing trading and investing right now, you're not going to beat the market, but trying to find five, the magic number is 5. If you could pick 5 stocks that outperform the market, you're like a guru. It's very hard. And if all 5 of those stocks are in the QQQ, why would you even buy anything else? But what I'm bringing you, the end of this entire conversation, right, is that today the market's gapping up. And I know the market's bullish. I know we're never going down ever again. We could legitimately be at Dow 30,000 by next Friday at this pace. Alibaba could be breaking 220 right now and go right up another 5 more points. By the way, we are in the Alibaba, for tomorrow, just a little bit. But Again, I don't like to speculate on Thursday on Friday options, but I'll buy 1 or 2 contracts just in case. I got the RAD short because that stock's going to 0. U.S. Steel's going to 0. But this Alibaba, I mean, I was hoping it wouldn't break 220 today. If it pulls back tomorrow, if it gapped down tomorrow, I should say, and then went past this 220, you'd probably get an easy 5 points out of it. I still think we're going to get the 5 points. Added AAOI back into the buy and hold. Got that one on today. I still got the dividend paying one, the VGR. But really it's the QQQ, AUPH just added to that stock. And again, normally I'm not adding to something as it's going up, but I love this trade. It keeps getting bought on every dip. It keeps consolidating and breaking new highs every week. That's something you want to own. Do I know what kind of drug they have? No clue. CCXI, right? Everything was doing fine up until today. I had my stop on, got stopped out. It's all right. Didn't make any money, didn't lose any money. Maybe made $50 on the trade. Who cares? It's going to be another trade. But if you're thinking about getting into this industry, I'm telling you guys, and the best thing I just want to say, if you ever watch any of my videos, what comes up before my videos? Somebody else's service that they want to sell you, right? And they're always flashing numbers at you to make you excited. We'll show you how to make $7,500. We can make $600. If they're putting a number on what you're going to make, it's fake. There's no number. It's all relative. If they're putting a number on it, it discredits whatever they're talking about after that. You ever hear me mentioning numbers? I teach people how to trade. The numbers are on you. I got a guy who's got 10,000 shares of AMD. He's never trading ever again. I told him, if this thing breaks back above 25, it's going to 50. He's like, yeah, I'm in. Haven't seen him in 6 months. He's still in the trade. It's all relative for everybody. It's all relative. I teach people how to trade. I give them some ideas. Some people run with the ideas, like the Tesla and the AMD guy. Fantastic. But let's go back. Let's go back for a second. The intraday trades, all right? You got your intraday trading. That's supposed to be your generating revenue, right? You're living. You want to be a professional, profitable trader. That's the VWAP, the reversals, the range breaks. And from that moment, you evolve. Your day trade that is working becomes the swing trade. And then in that swing trade, again, swing trade is supposedly for a certain time limit. You're supposed to ride the wave as much as you can and then try to get out. It's harder to swing trade, but then you can evolve that into investing. Because if you're buying Alibaba right now, sure, you're probably going to make money, but at the same time, could this stock pull back 8 points tomorrow? So if you're getting in it now at 219.89, thinking it as a swing trade, and it's down 3 points tomorrow, you're probably going to take that 3-point loss and say, I fucking hate Alibaba, right? So that's what makes this difficult. You have to know what you're doing, not just trading, obviously, but you would have to know, why am I doing this? What's my time frame? What kind of money can I commit to that time frame? For me, and this is the fun part about what today was, the market never goes down. I did 7 short trades today. No longs, except the one that I'm buying to hold, which is AUPH and AAOI. And I'm still in those trades because they're not day trades. Every single one of my day trades, the ones I had no intentions of holding on to, gapping up on the NEO, shorting it at 402, covering it at 380. Gapping up on Radical, RAD. I call it Radical Rite Aid. You know that stock's still a worthless piece of shit. Shorting that thing, selling naked puts and buying puts on it. Obviously, you know U.S. Steel, my biggest short position in the history of my life. I'm going to make $40 million on this stock on the short side. I'm exaggerating, of course, but I'm just passionate. The stock is going to 0, and I want to be there. I want to be there when they fold up shop. I want to be there when they announce the bankruptcy. I want to be there when the stock gets halted and never comes out of the halt. And 3 years later, it cocomes out of the halt at 3 cents, and I cover my short. They're firing people on Christmas. They're cutting their dividend. They stopped the buyback. They're shutting down plants. What's good going over there at U.S. Steel? 0. Except that I was bent on trying to make some of my money back that I got hammered on when I was long this stock at 35 and I thought it was going to 80. So down at 13, I'm thinking, oh man, I love this thing. Traveling 13, 14, 13, 14, waiting for it to break out. And once again, it didn't break out. It rolled over. I'm done. Done. I'm on the right side of this trade right now, and I'm not covering this thing. I'm willing to risk it all. I'm not covering this thing unless it breaks today's high, ever. 1192, the pre-market high. I woke up this morning. I'm like, why is U.S. Steel up 50 cents? I don't know. Shorted. And we've been shorting U.S. Steel all freaking day. Penny by freaking penny. I'm going to make every penny that this thing could give me. Because now that you broke 1250, you're going to 10, and then you're going to 0. Now, if you guys want to see some fun stuff, oh, by the way, let me plug what I'm doing here. By the way, if you guys can, if you can make it, fantastic. If you can't make it, still please show up, or I mean, just at least do this for me. Hang on, let me get you the link. And I'm doing a 1-hour version of my 5-hour class. I'm going to do like 8 lines of coke and just rip right through it because I got to compress 5 hours of information into about 45 minutes because the last 15 minutes I'm going to have to, sell something and do like a wrap up. So it's going to be 45 minutes of hardcore VWAP. Hardcore VWAP action. Kenny Glick to the main stage. He likes long walks and cocaine. Kenny Glick to the main stage with his VWAP. Shh. Walk around with my VWAP hanging out of my pants. What? Wait, this video just go. The video's already ready getting posted. Yeah, anything I do live automatically goes posted. That's why I started doing it live, because now I don't have to reload and do any of the hard work. I know all the other guys that have these fancy stuff popping up behind them with links and shit. I'm wearing a 32-year-old sweatshirt in my room, and I know more than everybody. That's right. I let my wife spend all the money. I could take a picture. I know there was a guy, and I know you're watching the video because I saw you. He wanted to know, how come I don't make videos in fancy cars? How come I don't make a video from crazy fancy locations? And he was serious about it. He's like, if you're making all this money, how come you don't show off what you got from all your hard work? You want to see my Range Rover? Brand spanking new, 115 grand. Because I'm not a douchebag. You understand? My wife likes that stuff. I don't care. I wear 30-year-old sweatshirts. And I never leave the house. I go out, I spend money on alcohol and parties. I'll leave that to your imagination. I don't like spending money on stuff. I don't need stuff. This is what I spend money on. I'd rather spend 28 bucks on a Thanos 1987 piggy bank than anything else. You give me Amigo doll from 1976. Ooh. And I'm saving up for the car that I want. I've been waiting for 3 years to get my car. Eventually, I will get my car, and I will spend money on it. I don't like to spend money. I like to save the money, knowing that my kids are going to be set for life, and their kids will be set for life also. And I can help you be me, because I worked for 3 hours today. My last real job, by the way, I wish I had more money to short more U.S. Steel. Oh my God. It's just going to 0 right now. Guys, it's going to be at 0 by the end of the day. You know what I'm talking about. My last real job was basically where these sweatshirts were being sold. My last real job, now I guess I was a stockbroker, and somehow I escaped the boiler room world without one blemish ever. Never had a complaint. I want a 67 Chevelle Resto Mod. I had it. It was right in my hands. They started the bidding at 27.5. I had 30,000 on the mind. We got to 27. Next thing you know, 28, 28.50, 29, 30, 31. I was ready to go 32. And after 32,000, I just like, I can't buy a 1967 car for 32 grand. The car wound up going for $55,000. It was gorgeous. And ever since that day, I've been on a mad hunt for that car. And 67, 68, I love every car from 67. I was born in 71, so I'm kind of looking at the 71s now for nostalgia. 71 darts. I like that. At 71, they started rounding all the cars off. I'm more of a, I like the abrupt, I like the square boxy look from the 60s. I even like, I had, the only car I was ready to get was the 57 Bel Air. I mean, this thing was awesome. And again, 35, 40, 45, 50, thing went for like $60,000 because they're taking the old bodies and then putting, this one had a jet powered Mercedes engine in it, beautiful interior, everything brand new, except it looked like a 57 Bel Air. It was amazing. But now I realize that I'm not getting this car for less than 50 grand. And right now I'm not prepared to do that. So probably next year I'll go back out to Vegas or I'll go to Pennsylvania and maybe you'll see me on TV when I win the car. But now I've been set back because my wife with the Range Rover. I mean, it's a nice car, but it's over my head. It's over my head. She loves this. She loves that stuff. We did the whole second floor of my house over. I mean, wood floors, all this weird painting, new furniture. Oh my God. And I just sit here in a sweatshirt that's 35 years old. So that's what marriage is. How did this conversation get started? I don't even know. Bottom line is, these commercials that come on before my videos, every one of those guys, you can't trust them. Can't trust them. If no one's willing to demonstrate what they do, they're a fraud. Every one of you is welcome to come in and hang out with me for 25, 30 days. If you're not convinced, especially after one day, because for me, I need new people. Like I've never spent a dime marketing, by the way, not one dime. Only thing I've ever spent money on was t-shirts and some hats. These guys promote themselves on YouTube. They send out mass emails every single day. I send emails one by one, like a schnook. I'm sitting there writing back to people. That's why some of you guys are like, he never responded to me. I'm still getting back to people from 2013 because I'm an idiot. I trade, I talk, and I live my life. Now I've actually hired people to help me because things are taking off because I guess after 25 years, people realize that maybe this guy does know what he's talking about. So now I've actually got employees. So now you guys got to pay up because I got to pay these guys to help me out. Amazon, it's above my pay grade, but how's the stock not go to 2,000? Amazon's one of those 30 stocks. How could you not like it? But I'd rather see you buy BABA that's breaking all-time highs and trapped, this last pullback trapped a whole bunch of shorts again. And now once you get past 220, I think tomorrow is going to be a really big day. And AMD, I mean, if you guys look at I felt really dumb after I got off the radio that day. I put recommendations on Tesla, the Qs, and Alibaba and AUPH, and all four went down. And I said, I'm short U.S. Steel to go to zero. And U.S. Steel actually went up 30 cents that day. But obviously, I've been vindicated with all of my trades working out today. And U.S. Steel's getting crushed. And U.S. Steel's going to zero. I still love AMD. The stock's at all-time highs. It's a very rare thing for a stock to consolidate, break out, consolidate, break out, consolidate, break out, and then break new highs, and then suddenly tank. You'll get a blow off top from once in a while, but even if AMD was to pull back 10%, I'm just looking at the RAD trade right now. Wow. You buy a couple of contracts, right? And this is what makes me sick. You want to know why I still do this, right? It's for you. 2 contracts on RAD, I'm going to make $100 on them, right? Yeah, it's nice to be right, but I need you guys to be in these trades. Because then if everybody's short and rad and everybody's making money, then I'm doing my job. We had rad short from the open with a price target of 1463. You should be dollar cost averaging on X. What do you mean? I'm short. The stock's going to zero. If anything, on every pop, I'm sorting more. I shorted another 600 today. I'm going to be broke soon. Not broke. I'm making money on the trade, but I'm going to run out of money eventually. I want to short 100,000 shares of US Steel. That's my goal this year. I want to be short 100,000 shares of US Steel. I haven't had a 100,000 share position on a real stock for a long, long time. Maybe since that massive QQQ short that went horribly wrong. But I want to short 100,000 shares of this thing. And then when it's at 750, I make 350 grand and call it a year. Stock's going to zero. Zero. And rad too, but rad, they keep squeezing it, so it's a tough stock to hold overnight. But do you know that rad, they ran this thing from 3 to 28? It's already given back 50%. Stock's going right back to $10. Once it breaks 1463, there's no support till $11. It should be at $11 tomorrow. See, that's the thing about this whole game that we're in. Just like my calls from last week, right? I was wrong the next day. So let's say you just learned about the master, the warlock, Kenny Glick. Oh, he likes the Qs, Tesla, AUPH, and AMD, and all four stocks were getting slammed that next day. And that might have been the end. Oh, man, this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about. And then 3 days later, they're all up collectively 10%. AMD's breaking all-time highs. AUPH is 25 cents away from all-time highs. The Qs are breaking all-time highs. And, of course, U.S. Steel's getting slammed. And and Tesla's up to 430 again. So, one day you could be a loser, but you want me to go take a picture of my Range Rover for you, guy? I know you know who you are. What do you want me to drive? Want me to do one of those? I'll rent a yacht. I'll get some strippers. I'll roll up in my Range Rover. I'll get off, and they'll carry me on like a, like I'm like the Sheik of Iran or some shit. I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? Just come to the room. I'll show you how to trade. It's all I can do. It's all I can ever do. Do I know AAOI is going to break out from here? No, but damn, shit looks good. That's our new added one. We just bought this thing just now. So if you want to get in a trade that we just got in, AAOI risking $1. We got stops at, well, right now we're not going to get stopped out today, but we had stops at 1221, 1202, and tomorrow the stops will be 1192 and 1183. No. See, that's the whole point. Yeah, I don't feel validated at all. My wife does. I don't give a shit about that stuff. I'd rather take that money and use it on Ubering, because if I'm out and I want to drink and have a good time, I'm screwed. So I'd rather have a shitty car, leave it in the garage, and use all that money to take cabs everywhere. Now, stuff. See, I like dumb collectibles. Yeah. All that crap up there. Anything up, that's the main. I got a whole nother shelf, and I got 6 more shelves of crap over there. I got stuff that I bought for $35-$40 that are, some of these things are worth like $1,000. I got all my Jaws memorabilia. That stuff has increased incredible. Want to see something cool? $19.95. if you like wine and you like Kiss, I didn't obviously buy this because I like wine. I don't drink wine. My wife's the wine drinking, Range Rover driving person in the family. I don't drink wine, hate wine. But I like Kiss. And when I saw this bottle come out, I bought 5 of them, right? I think they were $20 a bottle because this thing is freaking cool. It's the Destroyer album etched into the glass. So I saw them go, and I paid $20 for them in '95, I think it was, and I hadn't seen them anywhere. And then I saw them on eBay, and they were going for like $100, 5 times my money. So I sold 4 of them, and I kept one. Do you know you can't even get this bottle on Earth anymore? The last time I saw it, it was going for $700. I feel like an idiot now. But thank God I kept one. This is the kind of stuff I like. Yeah, I'll spend some money on at least something I could maybe make money on eventually. Not that I'm going to probably sell any of this crap. My kids are probably, you know. You want to see something else that's cool? Speaking of metal. How about this? I got the Mandalorian. You can't even see it, but the Mandalorian Boba Fett Pez dispenser in its original wrapper. What's up? Look at that bad boy. That's the Killer's Eddie action figure. This is what I spend my money on. Yeah, and obviously all my Funko stuff. Hey, Funko stock's finally going back up. Oh, wait. 7 cents away from the rad target. What time we got? 3:22. Can we get there today? I mean, it's going right to the freaking price. I don't have any Manowar stuff. No. I don't know. Did Manowar ever put out any? I'm sure there is Manowar stuff. Yeah. 1463. Radical dude. I know, man. Yeah, I shorted 600 more US steel. Yeah. I'm going to run out of cash soon. Freaking stock stinks. I hope they gap it up again tomorrow. Slam some $11 puts. Anybody? I'm gonna just buy the stock. I got AAOI. I didn't get any options, so I'm gonna just keep the stock. Anybody get printed on any AAOIs? I like this one. If we can follow through tomorrow, we got the 1250s for tomorrow. So I like the January 31st $12 calls for $1. I know you got some at 98. That's not a bad price so far. If this thing could just follow through, this could be you know, a nice subtle one for, you know, 2020. And look what happened. Market never goes down. It's insane. It really is. Take a look at where our friend Alibaba just got to. So, guys, I'm telling you, man. Ali freaking Baba. I don't want to go crazy, but I got some cash ready to be used. This thing gaps down tomorrow, 218.50, get something going, little VWAP action, opening range break, and then we get through that 220. You get some Alibaba 220s tomorrow for like 50 cents. Come on. and this thing powers its way up. Even if we just get 250 out of it, that's 5 times your money. So I'll be looking at that for sure. The 220s right now, and this is where, again, yeah, no, I'm holding it. Yeah, I'm holding AAOI. I just added it. I put it into the kids' account. Screw my kids, right? No, I bought 300 shares, $12.35. I haven't got any options yet. $12.35. I'm risking $1.35 most on 300 shares. It's nothing. But you follow through tomorrow, I'm loading the up. But I'm talking about this Alibaba right now. If we could just not gap up. I mean, we had a 5-point gap in Alibaba today, and all it did was just no, right here. I just top ticked this bad boy when I was talking about it. $12.35. I just bought it. $12.35. Ali freaking Bobble. Now, if you feel like speculating, buying a 220 right now for $1's not crazy. Wait, Radical, 1463. Unfreaking believable, guys. If a stock's been somewhere, it wants to go back. So look at the reactionary price on the way down that it had on the last time we had it short from 3 days ago. What price did you go down to? So if you were wondering why our price target was 1463, is that once you get momentum back in your favor, right, you're going to, as Solid calls it, price discovery. I say it goes to say hello. Now the question is, will this be support? I hope it is, because then we could do it again tomorrow. Because now, if you look at a long-term chart on the Radical, right, Radical RAD, you know the stock's going to zero. You just broke the 2-day VWAP, right? Let's get rid of some of the. It's a brand new day. It's a brand new chart. 1632 is going to be massive number, right? So what do we have? There it is. You gap up tomorrow and roll again. Anybody who didn't sell the stock is going to dump it tomorrow, probably down to 1250. 1250 at the top of this candle, right? Let's go back to the, I think it was, I want to look at the monthlies. So the 1 month, the 1 month is what we broke today, 1560. And I gotta start putting these back. I gotta refresh my chart. Hold on. There it is. There it is. That's the magic number tomorrow. That is the magic number right there. Yes. I love when the math does it for me. So there's our levels. I'm not even going to give it to you guys. You got to come to the chat room. Tomorrow, that's where we're looking. If RAD gaps up, you want to short that bad boy again, buy some puts, because that number right there is our target. Now, when, I'm not even saying if, when it breaks, Solid Joe knows what he's talking about. We might have a little pause right there at that massive number because that's a huge, huge strike price in the world of trading. But that'd be fine. You break 1460 tomorrow, you go down to 1250 tomorrow, we're making 10 grand on this trade right there. And we'll have Alibaba breaking 250. I mean, today was an extraordinary day. All my day trades were shorts. The only 2 long trades I did, I was telling these guys on YouTube, the only 2 long trades I did was AUPH, I bought more, and I bought AAOI. Everything else was a short. Everything else was a short. Radical short, Neo short, LK short. What more do you need, really? Sick. NQ? That's still out there? That was another Chinese stock, right? The funny thing is there are certain Chinese stocks that have become just the most, NQ and the futures. Yeah, NQ used to be a Chinese stock. They used to do something. I forgot what that was. By the way, AAOI, people, we're 2 cents away from breaking the high from a couple of weeks ago. Ooh, 1 cent. 1 cent, 2 cent. Oh, yeah, NQ, absolutely, scam. That's why it's amazing what NetTease did. That's why as much as I hate saying how much I love Alibaba, I freaking love Alibaba. I can't not like what I'm seeing here, and it's got some catching up to do. That NetEase, man. And I think, again, LK has provided us with wonderful, wonderful opportunities. And as a guy, I don't even like using the word wonderful, but I think LK is going to pay us again tomorrow. What did it do? If it was going to be terrible tomorrow, would it stay above the VWAP right into the close? Probably not. Consolidating between the 1 minute and the multi-day. This looks good for another little pop for tomorrow. So we're going to find opportunities. Yeah, I know. They make more money there than other countries do. It's just, can you trust it? But right now, we're not buying it based on what Alibaba does. We're basing it on what stocks do at these price levels and those charts. So that's the difference. I know you get it. That's why I fucking, sorry, used a bad word. Trying not to curse so much this year. That's why, let me tell you this, AAOI, if you look at AAOI right now, the last 8 months, that's exactly what AMD looked like for 2 years. And if you go back when I had those fights with Goldman Sachs is downgrading AMD at $4. I'm screaming, buy, buy, buy. How could you not be in this thing? I've never used Alibaba either. No, that's why for me, Alibaba was a scam right from the get-go, because the only thing I knew about Alibaba, and I told this story about 1,000 times, but I'll tell it one more time. I'm at the Apple store, and I needed some sort of cable converter. And they were charging $29.99 for just some sort of adapter to go whatever, this to that, that to this, male, female. And the kid, oh no, sorry, I had heard Alibaba was a place to buy fake handbags. Or no, it was the same. Yeah, it was around the same time. So the kid tells me, he's like, you should go to Alibaba, you get the same cable for $4. I'm like, Alibaba, the fake handbag company? He's like, yeah, they sell more than fake handbags. They sell cables. And there it was, the same cable I was about to buy for $29.99. They had that at Alibaba for $5, but I figured it was a fake cable. I wound up finding it on some other website for $11. But all I knew from Alibaba was they sell fake handbags and fake and electronic peripherals. And then they were taking out. That was when they were first going public. So I was like, oh, great, another worthless scam of a company. And I was a bear on Alibaba. So when that thing started rolling over and when it couldn't hold the 120, and I was like, this thing's probably going to go to 80 and then 50, I was a huge bear. And then I started learning about what this company does. And then I was thinking about how they ran Baidu. And I was like, you know what? I probably don't want to be short in this stock, considering they're in cahoots with the government. And we owe China all that money, and they're probably going to run Alibaba to 5,000 so we can pay back the debt. That's how we're doing it, right? All you guys that are trying to figure out if you should be worried about the deficit and all that stuff. The reason the market goes up every day is that the powers that be are paying each other off by running these stocks. That's how they're doing it. So how are we paying Chinese government back? We took Alibaba from $80 a share to 220. You don't think the governments are involved in this move? Of course they are. They control the entire market. So now that they're letting this thing breathe a little bit, there's nowhere for it to go but 250. What's up, AAOI? Come on. Closing strong. That's right. We're at a 6-month high, baby. Oh, man. We're not going to get a chance. We're not going to get a chance to buy those 1250s tomorrow. We might not be able to get a chance. You guys saw how the market ripped up into the end of the day on Christmas Eve. I mean, New Year's Eve, and they held it down the whole day. right until the end. Oh, man. Hey, I want to feel like I have something to do with this AAOI. Thanks, guys. Moving my stock for me. I am Thanos. I move the market with my mind. So wait, is this 1258? This might be 6-month high for it. Let me just see. 6 months and now 9 months. Now, 9 months ago, there's where I lost the money. That last time when it broke 1250, I got very excited about this trade. So tomorrow, yeah, that's still huge resistance there, but we don't care. Hey, man, thank you. I don't know. ACB, that's the weed company? Yeah, we shorted the weeds in the beginning of the day, and then I haven't even looked at them again. I shorted Cron and MJ this morning. Look at the way they're powering this market into the close. Just boring people out of their stocks. They have to chase them at the end of the day. It's insane. What was I just talking about? Oh, AAOI. If we can get through 1250 tomorrow, again, we don't even need to think too far out. Yeah, I think the stock could be $18 sometime this year if we can legitimately break through that 1325. So let's go look at the 1-year chart again, right? Look at that beautiful thing. If we could just get out of this area, and then we could get into that consolidation, which is 1485. That ain't bad. Quick math. You buy something at 1235 and you sell it at 1485. What's that percentage-wise? Do it. Give me. How do you do that again? Something and miss. You divide and then divide by the thing. So let's say we get something at $12.35, right? I should be able to do the stuff in my head by now. Wait, so 1485 minus the price we paid is 250 divided by the 1235 that we paid. It's 20%. Seems like more. 10% on a 1250 stock is $1.25. Yeah, 250. Yeah. But if it happens tomorrow, you can get rich because you got a stock that doesn't really move that much. And if we can catch the shorts off guard with some 1250 calls, yeah, baby. Oh, they're buying them now. Yeah, good luck getting them at 8 cents. I was trying to buy them at 8 cents. I didn't want to pay 11. This is where we call it penny wise, pound foolish. Could have bought as many as I wanted at 11 cents. But I didn't want to pay 11 cents. I wanted to pay 8. So I sat on the bid all day at 8. Nobody wanted to sell them to me. I'm not buying them. But I own the stock. But tomorrow, give me a little bit of a gap down. These options are expiring tomorrow. This thing opens it back at 1235 and starts to gather some steam and gets over that 1250 and gets over that 1258. Buy it. We get them back at maybe get them at 5 or 6 cents. And then all we need, let's say we just get to that last little area, then if you get the move to $13.11, you got a nickel option or an 8-cent option, bang, trading at 40 or 50 cents. Now you're talking about 8 times your money. So I'm already set with what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm loving my AAOI. I'm freaking loving Ali freaking Baba. And again, does that mean I'm going to be, when the market opens up, I'm starting to do these trades? No. We wait for them to start setting up. We're going to miss 1 or 2 of them, obviously. There's always something that goes on that we miss out on. I'm still probably going to look to short U.S. Steel. They gap this thing up over 11 tomorrow. I'm going to slam it, Right. Perfect storm, man. If we get the perfect storm, don't forget to act on it. But look, they're running into the close. They're not going to leave any for us on the table here. That's why you buy some shares, right? You buy 300 shares at 1235 just to be a part of it, right? What am I risking? It's a swing trade anyway. See, that's another thing about trading. If you commit in your mind what you're willing to lose, then the fear is gone. I buy 300 shares. I'm willing to risk $1.35 on this. I'm not even looking at it. I put them in the account. I don't even care. Yeah, if it goes to $13, fantastic. I really want to buy these 1250s tomorrow for the day trade and just, make 4 or 5 times my money. But I love the way Alibaba's closing. I love our new AAOI. I'm going to definitely go back into looking at LK tomorrow. And obviously Rad's done now. I mean, Rad, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. I got one contract. I'm an idiot. Now, I sold some $16 calls naked for 20 cents. Whoa. Because I couldn't get a short off. But I didn't want to pay up. I didn't want to pay up for the puts because we only had 1 day to expiration. I was hoping that they would sucker people into this thing again so then we could crush their hopes and dreams tomorrow. But it looks like their hopes and dreams are being crushed right now. This thing's going to $11. Let's hope it gets over 1465 just to maybe trigger some buying into the close and to keep it up a little bit. And there's my other stock. I keep forgetting to mention that I own this stock, SPCE. You want to be a billionaire? Buy that stock. Do you think that has anything to do with space travel? That's Richard Branson's company, Space, SPCE. Kind of a failed IPO. You know, I lost $500 on it on the first move. I bought it at 10. No, sorry, I bought it at 10. Nah, what did I do? I bought 1,000 shares at 10.50. I got stopped out at 10. SPCE, right? But then look what it did. Capitulation all the way down to 7. Thank God I wasn't still in it there. Vinny E-mini. I don't trade the E-minis, but I would trade against anybody. But Space. The way I look at this stock is that Richard Branson and his 10 billionaire friends own the entire float. Whether they actually make money sending people into the atmosphere or the semi, whatever the hell it is, the right before space and the if these companies are fake. But I don't know. I don't know how we could do it. We could just do it online. Just show up to the room. He puts a trade in, I put a trade in. He puts a trade in, I put a trade in. We can just track it up on my message boards, or we could do it on StockTwits or whatever. The thing is, once you start going into options, it's a whole different. We got to have rules and regulations. I think just the idea, just document your ideas. Those guys, these gurus on the internet, they won't even do that. I mean, just give me a couple of good ideas. Like the push-up guy, right? 3 weeks. Give me one idea to sell a credit spread 8 months down the road on some stock. I forgot what it was. That's a good idea. 750 people sitting there on YouTube watching this guy for what? I got a better idea. 5-minute abs. All right. Well, the Rad short has now it's one of those trades that we've just let slip between our fingers. So I don't know if anybody's in it, but pray that they gap it up and we get to slam it again tomorrow. Oh well. I'm going to wear my Earth is Not Flat shirt for you tomorrow. Wow. This is all the first day of the year, too. So much excitement, so much anticipation. PULM, that was a pump and dump from last year. I remember that one. Oh, wow. Having a day today. Nah, it's a penny stock. Nice volume. Nice day. Well, you know what? Let me see if there's anything significant about it. Hey, you know what? It held in there the whole day. You know what? If it opens up and if it stays above 141 tomorrow, gather some steam. These are the kind of stocks that they'll rip them to 250 before they crash them again. I remember that one. Nah, I don't usually trade that stuff because usually no options. You know, that's the I like stocks that are legitimate. Most of them over $5. Holy moly! Who's short the rad? Damn, it's gonna go to zero today. There's nobody on the stock. There's nobody here. It's just waiting to die. So those options you didn't want to pay $1 for now worth $3, right? Wow. Look at the spread on them too. They don't want to let you in, bastards. All right, before the day's over, let me short 200 more shares of U.S. Steel. I'm going to just keep shorting it. I hope they gap it up so I can short more tomorrow. I'm going to hammer this thing. I'm going to fucking hammer this goddamn stock to zero. I'm going to bring it to zero myself. I don't want to overexpose myself on some crap here. I don't know. I'll wait till tomorrow to add to it, I guess. What a dog. You know what hopefully they do is hopefully they make weekly options on some of these other ones. Like I would really appreciate AUPH weeklies. That would be awesome. Now they have RAD weeklies. Now looking back, obviously anything you bought, you're profitable on now. Once this thing broke back under 16. The thing has never, since the VWAP test, it's never recovered. I mean, look at that. Multi-day 1 minute collision right there. Collision! So sick. That's the whole point, man. Crush it.
But I heard they were laying off people. Isn't that good for the bottom line?
And not when they're going out of business. AAOI new highs. Uh-oh. Look at this rally into the close. You can't get enough. Dow Jones, SPYs, Qs. Absolutely amazing. I just sold some more naked options on U.S. Steel. I don't know. I look at any contract over $13. To me, is like I just got to wait for the money. I don't think the stock's ever going back above 13 ever. But I don't know. I'm exposed for so much money on all those naked options. I've just been selling calls everywhere. To all the suckers that think, oh, wow, I can get a $13 call for February for 30 cents. Yeah, I'll take your 30 cents. Yeah, give it to me. Because your $13 call in February is going to be worth zero. I'm a little bit too exposed now. And I'm going to stop shorting US Steel in a second. But tomorrow I'll be looking at those 1050s. OPM. Is that a stock or an acronym for something? No, but we had this conversation before. I've got 3 guys, and I'm talking to you right now. Here's what we're going to do. I've got a couple of guys that have brokerage firms that want you to trade at their firms, obviously. There's a couple of guys that cater to people overseas. There's a couple of places that are overseas. So what we're going to do, and this is how I was saying how this all goes back to 1997. Back in the day, all you did was pool people's money together and you gave them sub accounts and you traded in one massive account. At the end of the day, the accountants and the computer systems would divide amongst your trades and put them into the accounts, and that's how you used the firm's money. We can almost go back to those days now where I've got some guys that want to trade me to trade their money. I hardly even trade my own money at this point. I'm got my positions on and whatnot. I do my little day trades here, but I want to do this. I want to train you guys so well. Learn the software from the guys that I'm friendly with. I can cater now to overseas accounts. I could probably get around the pattern day trading rule because if you have money overseas, you get around some of those rules. Learn how to trade the VWAP. I'll get you the money from the other people that want me to trade their money. And you just trade what I'm telling you to do. You got to come up with a little bit of your own, but instead of putting up 25 or 30 grand, now you can put up 25 or 3 grand and get the same exact buying power. But if you do anything against the rules and regulations, we shut you down and you have zero. We have zero tolerance, zero. Because obviously I told you the story about the last 8 guys that I've tried to help out, especially that other guy, Rob, with the 3 screens and buying power and the big splash kid and all that stuff. But I'm willing to keep trying. As long as we can, you got to just sign a contract, limited trading authorization contracts. There are people willing to do and join this adventure because a lot of guys don't trade what I trade. They make their money other ways, so they want to diversify. Yeah, exactly. Why sell, right? It's hard to, again, this market used to be like, I would look at this market like, why are we even trading? Just buy the Qs and the diamonds and sit back. Not everybody can do that. That's why today, again, no joke, every trade I did was a short, and that funds me the ability now to buy some AAOI and some more AUPH and Alibaba tomorrow and that kind of stuff. But if you want to get into this market and become a trader as a guy that wants to make a little bit every day and not invest your money in the market, that's what I'm best at, as long as you trade the VWAP and the reversals. And now I've got some guys that are willing to, put up some money because that's, for them, that's diversification. Let's say they're swing trading or they're investing. They want to have something active on a daily basis. They'll let me and my crew do it for them. 8 minutes to go. AAOI. I'd like to see it close under 1250 actually, just so that could be a trigger for tomorrow. And by the way, that was a day's pay right there. No joke, right there. If you're buying, let's say, a couple thousand shares at 1235, stock goes to 1250 into the close. That's 15 cents on 2,000 shares. It's $12 stock. You could all rock 2,000 shares of a $12 stock, right? It's $300. Boom. There's the day's pay. It's all algorithmic accumulation right now. When the line is straight up like you're seeing, it's like the AMD chart. There's a buy program going on from the open. And it's just every pullback is very small. It's just an accumulation line. Now, a lot of times that ends with a candle down, but there's no way to predict that candle down that's going to get back, that 3 or 4% sell off when it does come. So why try to predict it? Just go with the flow. Short UVXY, buy SVXY, Diamonds, Q, SPYs, AMD, Tesla, AUPH. Come on, you can't go wrong. It's hard to be wrong and long right now. Just don't buy U.S. Steel. It's the only stock that sucks, really. Peloton with a massive comeback today. I mean, LK will be up tomorrow. So, I mean, it's going to be a great day. And then I'm finally going to the allergy doctor to find out why I'm sneezing my ass off for the entire year, too. I think I might be allergic to my wife. That would suck. Is there a pill for that? I'm allergic to your bullshit. I thought she was here. Wow, man. Look at him ripping everybody's freaking head off into the close. So at this pace, we will be at Dow 50,000 by April. No joke. Do some math. Thanks, man. Do some math. At 300 points a day. All right, so you got 313 points right now. Let's be conservative. At 200 points a day, that's 1,000 points a week. At 1,000 points a week, that's 4,000 points a month. At 4,000 points a month, that's in 4 months, we're up 16,000 points. And yeah. So maybe that's what they're going to do. Maybe we're just going to run all the way to April 15th. Everybody will cash out on the 14th to pay taxes. And then we'll just meander around from April, May, June, July, August, September. And then we'll have, September's here. We need to be worried about the market. September and October. Just because we crashed twice in 100 years, everybody still gets nervous in October. I love it. Because it crashed twice in October in 100 years. Yeah, that's a trend. Something happened twice in 100 years. October. So then we'll sell off. And next thing you know, we'll rally into the close. And I'll say 40,000. 40,000 by this time next year. 40,000 by Christmas. Tesla does the 8-for-1 split. It runs through back to 100. Split adjusted, $800 on Tesla. I'm going to say AMD goes to 75 by next Friday. Radical is at 0. US Steel is at 4 cents. And then Tim Sykes calls you and challenges you to buy it at 4 cents. And then Jason Bond tells you to buy it at 12 cents because he's already bought it at 4 cents from Tim Sykes. And then Tim Sykes and Jason Bond have a kid together, and all hell breaks loose. What? What the hell is I even just talking about just there? Bob Perry, if you're out there, I'd like to say we are unsubscribing you right now. Bob writes, unsubscribe. By the way, these are all capital letters. Bob writes, unsubscribe. I will never attend any of your webinars. I will never buy anything from you. I will badmouth you on other chat rooms, you fucking spammers. Bob, do you know that we send emails like in 3 increments at a time? We are not spammers. But we will unsubscribe you, Bob. And I will not say bad words back to you either. Usually I want to rebut and rebuttal these moments. Bob, good luck. I hope all your hopes and dreams come true, Bob. You and Jimmy, no matter what you say, Joe, all the haters out there, even you anti-Semitic, Nazi, white cloth wearing psychopaths, burning crosses, I even wish you the best. Because there's no point in being negative. Everything's fantastic. And in theory, aren't we all white supremacists, right? If you're white and you want something good for you and your friends, and you're all white, I guess you're a white supremacist, right? We're all white supremacists. Someone's going to take that clip. Someone's going to take that clip and like make a video of it. I think he said we're all white supremacists. Next thing you know, I got a whole new following now, right? I think the Jew's waking up. Man, this Jew ain't so half bad. Are you? Oh wait, I just did a trade. What did I do? You hear the bell? The bell just went off. I did a trade. Hang on. What was that? Oh, I shorted more U.S. steel. I did it anyway. Yeah, I'm just shorting naked calls every month, almost every. I'm out there through April, just naked. I should have shorted 4 more. Just whatever. And there's the bell. Congratulations, everybody! You made it through the crash of what? Oh, the recession of 2019. You made it. First day of the year, up 350 points. The Dow, 350. Amazon up 50. Google up 30. Tesla only up 11. And U.S. freaking Steel. Bob, if you're out there, not only do I want you to badmouth me, I will pay you to badmouth me. Because all press, all publicity is good publicity. I want you to go to the Tim Sykes room and drop my name in there and tell all the Tim Sykes guys and all the Jason Bond guys, go to the Warrior Trial. I want you to go to every chat room you can find on YouTube and consistently say my name with as much hate and bile and disgustingness that you could possibly conjure up. I will write the speech for you, Bob, that you should say to other people. That's how much I don't care. Because anytime my name is mentioned somewhere, that's one more person that knows me, whether it's good or bad. Because you know what? Half the people, when they do, if you mention my name, they're going to want to find out who the hell Bob's talking about. And then that guy will come to the chat room and they'll see how awesome I am, Bob. And then from your hate and awfulness, you drop my name and you're actually helping me. So go ahead, Bob. Do it. I want you in every chat room. I will give you the list of chat rooms to go to, Bob. I will actually help you badmouth me. Because out of those bad mouths, I'm sure 10 or 15 people will want to come and see how bad this guy could possibly be. And then they spend 3 days with me and they realize I am the one. I am the chosen one. I am the warlock. I know everything. I am Neo. I am all that you wish you could be. Women love me. Men are jealous of me, Bob. Look at my face. Do it. Do it, Bob. Do it. Oh, man. All right, we'll have some fun. Oh, wow. I haven't talked that much in a long time. So I think for our next trick is that they're going to try to pump the market. If we ever do get a sell-off sometime in this century or this millennia, what, we just entered a new decade, this decade, it's all going to start with the UVXY. Ain't that right, Joe? Remember Joe, just Joe? Joe was telling me how many times I've been wrong about UVXY. Joe, am I wrong about UVXY? It's only been going down for 6 straight years now. Remember that video you made fun of me when the market went down after I said how the market never goes down at 18,500 and went down 500 points the next day? Yeah, we're up 10,000 points since that day. Oh, but I thought you said the market never goes down. Criticize me all you want, baby. My wife drives a Range Rover now. That has nothing to do with me. I would never buy a Range Rover. You guys want to see it? It is pretty sick. You could change the internal lights. Fancy. You could change the internal lights, man. Oh, that's worth $100,000. My wife's amazed by it. Look, I could change the internal lights. Now they're red. Now they're fuchsia. Oh, now they're light blue. Oh, well, I don't know. I'd have to broadcast with my phone. I could show it to you here. I got this one. It's still online. It's pretty sick. I mean, again, I'm not showing off. It's a pretty sick car, but it's all about making your wife happy, right? My wife has Mickey Mantle syndrome. I mean, this is actually real. I don't want to get real with you for a second here, but after her dad passed away, and he was a great guy, hardworking, blue collar, everything that my dad wasn't, her dad was, knew how to build stuff, loved to go out and drink. He was a partier, and he drank himself, and they said he needed to stop drinking. He had a bad liver, and he didn't give a shit. He's like, I'm going out on my own terms, and he drank himself to death. And it spooked my wife. So now she just wants to spend and live life as hard and as good as possible. And I'm a saver. So that's the end of the story, really. So she wants to spend every penny I make and every penny that she makes. I want to save every penny that we make and hand it down to my kids and, use some of it for stuff. But I believe in buying collectible doodads and, she likes watches and nice clothes. I wear sweatshirts that are 30 years old that I found in my mom's drawer. So it's a nice balance, I guess. That's why I've been married 20 years, right? What the hell was I just about to show you? Oh, the what's it called? Range Rover in Portofino blue. It's still online, actually, the one we have. Range Rover Sport 2020. Hang on. Portofino blue with every freaking doodad you possibly can ever have on a car. I mean, it's ridiculous. But the rims are pretty cool. I love the rims. Let me see if I can find it for you. The picture that you see on the internet is my car because we bought it from, they had to ship it from one dealer to the other dealer. See if I can still find it. Yeah, I think this one is it. No, that's the black package. Yeah, you get the idea. I'll show it to you some other time. Bob, you're crazy. Bob, if you're out there, I'll do anything you want. I'll do walking. I'll do it all. I haven't jumped through hoops for Bob since 1987. I'll be damned if I don't do what you need me to do. It's crazy. You said black package. Yeah, I laughed too when I said it. Oh, what did I laugh about the other day? And I said, oh, I typed something and I was like, wow. After I read it back, I was like, wow, that may come off as me being really gay. So I had to reply to the guy, I'm sorry that sounded like I wanted to do gay things with you. I didn't realize it. I forgot what it was. But we're talking about something. And I was like, oh my God, that sounds like I just was trying to hit on this dude. Not that there's anything wrong with it. You're crazy. It's when I met Walken back in 92, it was amazing. And then I never forget when I met him, he said, Kenny, it's good to meet you, but I got to go. And he just walked away and he just said my name. I never forget it. Kenny, it's a pleasure. Nice to meet you. I got to go. And there he went wearing his black suit. I met Walken twice, actually. And he was wearing the same exact clothes both times. I don't want to throw Walken under the bus because he is my hero, but each time I met him, yeah, when I met him at Saturday Night Live, and then I met him, he really does dance like that. He really he has a real background in dance. Yeah, absolutely. But both times I met him, he was wearing a black suit, and the one thing I'll always remember is that he had dandruff on his shoulders, both shoulders too. I was like, oh, my image of you now for the rest of my life is going to be remembering walking with dandruff on his shoulders. I mean, I'm old. My scalp, it gets dry. What am I going to do? Kenny, gotta go. Please don't tell people. How come you never came and see me? Yo, I don't want to come and see you all in a cage like that. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in. Probably one of the best movies ever, but the evilest walk-in ever, and I gotta leave. I worked at Saturday Night Live in 1991 and 1992, baby. I still got my prop. You didn't see my prop? Go on site. Go. You want to see something crazy? Google this right now, and I will show you. I will prove to you that I was there, even though it was a very short-lived moment. Check this out. Circa 1992, a young Kenny Glick was working at Saturday Night Live as an intern. I was working from Thursdays, and I worked Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, which Friday was the greatest day because they would do the run-through of the show, and I got to hang out on the studio. But I worked on what was called the film unit. We were like the bastards of the entire show. And we did a commercial. If you Google, "That's Not Yogurt," Saturday Night Live, this prop was used in the skit. So I was working at Saturday Night Live, and I was just, answering phones, running around, basically PA stuff, right? And I'm at Saturday Night Live, and I'm working. So one time I answered the phone, and I did have a funny voice on. And I probably answered the phone, "Saturday Night Live, can I help you?" And the guy says, "Why'd you answer the phone like that?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "You know what you just did." I'm like, "What did I just do?" He's like, "Do you know who this is?" I'm like, "No, who is this?" He's like, "It's Jim. I'm your boss." He's like, "Why'd you answer the phone like that?" I'm like, "What did I do? I didn't answer the phone like what?" He's like, "You had a stupid voice on." And I was like, "Yeah?" He's like, "You know what you did. You answered the phone with a stupid voice. Don't answer the phone with a stupid voice." And I'm thinking, is this Saturday Night Live? So the show's built on stupid voices. But if you're working in the back, you're a worker, right? So I get off the phone, and 20 minutes later, Jim, his name was, as a matter of fact, Jimmy tells the woman that's in control of the interns and the PAs that I need to be out of the building before this guy gets back. And I'm sobbing. I'm like, "What?" I was like, "You guys don't even pay me. I worked 48 hours straight last week for like food and a couple of CDs. I need to leave?" Like, "Yeah, you got to leave, and you got to leave now." It was like he was coming to beat me up because I answered the phone wrong. And this is a true story. It was crazy. So I'm sitting there crying. 20 years old, was 1992. I'm like 19, 20. I'm losing my dream job here because I answered the phone like a shithead, I guess. And so that's why my goal in life was really just to become a stand-up comedian. So one day I could host the show just to tell that story and tell this guy to go fuck himself. Sorry, I had to say that. But on my way out, as I was told to leave the building, I went into the vault. And there's props in this vault. And it was legitimate. It was like a massive closet. You had to open it. Like, you had to open it with two doors. And then there it was. You had basically everything in there. And we had just done this. So they were sitting there. So if you look up Saturday Night Live, it was 1992. At the end, this is not the one that he was eating out of from the table, but at the end of the piece, there's this one. "That's Not Yogurt." Phil Hartman was doing the voiceover, and what's his name? The guy who was bald, but nobody knew he was bald, was the guy eating the yogurt. And then I was also in Chia Head, when you would sprinkle the stuff on the bald guy, and you would grow a chia, like Chia Pet, but you had Chia Head. I took that. And I'm probably getting in trouble right now, but it's 25 years later, right? I can't get in trouble now, can I? Screw you guys. I took the chia head. I took the That's Not Yoga. I don't know where the chia head is. I think I wore it at a party. I think I lost that. I don't know where the hell it is, but I have and I also have, we did a bit. First commercial I walked on was cologne for dogs. The dumbest thing ever. It was like the dog was swimming in the pool and the hot actor two came out of the pool and he's like tongue kissing the dog. And it was like canine, some stupid shit like that. Colon blow. Yeah, I was around. I think I was around for colon blow. And then there was the one where the game, you got a bat and you hit your friend in the nuts with a bat. I actually have the bat in my house, in my mom's house. But this was my favorite prop because this was a funny bit. This was funny. That's not yogurt. Well, it sure tastes like yogurt. Oh, it is yogurt. Ah, all right. That's not yogurt. My husband has a lot of allergies. I mean, this could really get him in trouble. It's yogurt, isn't it? Those were the days. Those were some fun times, man. And I was there when SNL got better the last 2 years. I met the whole cast. Yeah, I as a PA, basically you do whatever anybody ever needs you. A lot of the stuff that I was doing was Friday night. After they were done filming the stuff, I would run legitimately a thing of film in a big black thing. And I would run the film to Broadway Video. If you ever see the thing at the end of the SNL, it says Broadway Video Editing. They still use the company. So you would take the film that they filmed on one studio and I'd bring it to the other studio, and that's where they would put the graphics on and the voiceovers and do all that. And then I would be there for the voiceovers, which is kind of cool. So I was there. Me and Phil Hartman walked to the studio. I'm walking with Phil Hartman, and I'm freaking out because, I mean, this guy's my hero. And I'm just walking down the street with Phil Hartman. And then he gets into the booth, and I'm just seeing him I'm watching him do the voiceover. And that dude was the nicest guy in the world. I mean, it was heartbreaking when his wife killed him. I mean, that's awful. Stories for days. Stories for days. All right, I need some food and I need some drinks. And it is Thursday, so maybe we'll come back later on. The nicest guy in the cast, Phil Hartman, by far. What's his name was a nice dude. The bald guy that you didn't know was bald. What's his name? Tall guy, real tall. Kevin Nealon. Kevin Nealon was a nice guy. And then the last month that I was there, yeah, that's fake hair. I'm sorry, Kevin, I shouldn't even be telling these stories. He had a really good do there. Yeah. One more story. I was there when Sandler just got there. And, I was the PA, so you throw things at me. So he was throwing M&Ms at me. I turned around, I caught one in my mouth. Boom. He was like, whoa. Next thing you know, he's chucking M&Ms at me. I'm trying to catch him in my mouth. That's my Adam Sandler story. Very short-lived. I never really spoke to Adam Sandler, but right when Sandler and Schneider and nobody was a real asshole, but the most fun for me was watching Tommy Boy running around like a lunatic, because that dude was out of his mind. So when he came onto the set, you could see like, all right, what's he going to do? That's insane. And then he gets to work. Yeah. What was his name again? I can't remember his real name. No, Tommy Boy. I can't remember his name. Wow. All right, Chris Farley. Yeah. So the last month I was there, that was when Sandler, Schneider, and Farley got there, and he was awesome. That dude. I mean, I never really had a real conversation with him either, because I was I'd stand on the side of the stage while they would do the run-throughs. Most of the time I was running around getting people shit. I'm not saying I was anybody. I got zero money out of it. It was for college. I was getting college credit. I was still in college. So it was 6 months before I graduated college. So 91, 92. And then I went back for another month or so. And then the phone thing. And next thing you know, I was asked to leave, get out of the building. I can tell you the next job I had, man. Next job I had was almost as fun. I had 2 more jobs after that, and that's when I suddenly became a dumb stockbroker. And more of those stories tomorrow. We'll tell you the Arista record story and how I worked for Puffy, and I got to hang out with Biggie and Craig Mack. Boom, boom. If you don't know Craig Mack, you'll know this song. I was there when they made this song, people, and you'll all know it in 1 second. And if you don't know it, you should know it. Right here. That's not it.
Yo, Mac, I don't even understand how they didn't understand you in that Mary Joy.
Mind the fast way, ski mask way, nigga ransom notes, far from handsome, but damn a nigga close. More guns than roses, foes is shaking in their boots. A visible bully, like the gooch disappears, that moves you back to me.
I was there when they came out with this song, and then they made the video for Juicy. And quote, I was asked to come into an office. Hey, you're a white kid. Come here. I was asked to come in. Here, white guy, what do you think of this? And I was like, cool. All right, beat it. And in that room was Puffy, Craig Mack. I didn't get to meet Biggie. He wasn't in the building, but Craig Mack was there, Puffy, and all those other dudes. And, of course, Clive Davis. I mean, Clive Davis is the king of the industry. That's when I worked there. So, yeah, they asked a white guy's opinion. And I gave it the thumbs up. So I gave the thumbs up to the Juicy video before it was released to MTV. So there's that. And I can tell you all about Jon Stewart tomorrow. All right? I worked at the Jon Stewart show also. All right. Rock and roll, kids. No, never met Richard Pryor, another hero of mine. But I have met a lot of people. TV, radio.
And now I'm suddenly talking about the market like I know something.
All right. I'll see you guys in the morning. I know. What a day. If I only would have, if Rad was shortable and, oh, man, I really would have loaded, I'd like to hammer that thing. All right. More stuff, just a great day to start the year off. I might actually shower now. I know. Nuts. All right. I'll see you guys in the morning. We got some plans. Ali freaking Baba, the 220s, AAOI 1450s, Rad 1450s. Market never goes down. Yeah. All right. Later, y'all. I'll speak to some of you guys later if I don't pass out. I've been talking way too much. Solid Jello, definitely you and I are talking tonight. All right. If I don't call you, definitely call me. We got to get that button built. All right. All right. YouTube, nice hanging with you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be on there a little bit more often than not because I still want to call all you suckers out. Trading fraternity, I'm coming for you. Later. See ya.